It was not until the woman could no longer bear it and slapped her husband that his family realized they had gone too far, yet they had no intention of admitting their mistake. After all, admitting it would mean losing control over her. Instead, the sister-in-law applauded the woman. She praised her for her backbone and the slap, and said she would teach the family a lesson with her. As she spoke, she flipped the dining table over. The whole family flew into a rage. The father-in-law furiously scolded her for daring to disobey an elder, but the sister-in-law shrugged it off, saying what did it matter to disobey an elder who didn't care for the younger. Unable to argue with her, the father-in-law angrily accused his eldest son of being useless. He'd been married for years and still couldn't control his wife. But the sister-in-law immediately questioned him. Why was failing to control one's wife considered useless? She'd heard his unreasonable old line hundreds of times, and was tired of it. The father-in-law was too angry to speak. Seeing this, the mother-in-law pretended to mediate, saying the incident had nothing to do with the sister-in-law. It was just a quarrel between the woman and her husband, and told her not to meddle. But the sister-in-law refused to give her face. After all, while the mother-in-law had lectured the woman earlier, she'd hinted at her too, even saying their family was blood-related and the woman, an outsider, should follow their rules. The sister-in-law was also an outsider without blood ties, so she was determined to meddle. The mother-in-law was left speechless. The husband's younger sister stepped up to defend their mother, but dared not provoke the sister-in-law, so she blamed the woman for making everyone unhappy. But with the sister-in-law's support, the woman stopped tolerating it, and kicked a small stool at the younger sister. She then angrily asked where she'd gone wrong. As a new daughter-in-law visiting her in-laws for the first time, she'd been forced to work in the kitchen all day, cooking for the whole family alone, yet she had no seat at the table, and everyone nitpicked her dishes, making her redo each one. If she'd done anything wrong, it was not flipping the table sooner. Unexpectedly, the younger sister shamelessly said those were her duties. Her in-laws had worked hard all their lives, and she should serve them. The woman laughed out of anger, saying her own parents had raised her, so the younger sister should take care of them. Her in-laws had never cared for her or given her a cent, so why should she serve them? But the younger sister scolded her for making excuses. Even the husband tried to persuade her, saying he'd admit his parents and sister were wrong, and apologize for them. He wouldn't hold the slap against her, but asked, was she not at fault too? He accused her of not being like this before, saying she was as crazy as the sister-in-law now. Only then did the woman realize the reason her husband had repeatedly told her to stay away from the sister-in-law was not fear of her being bullied, but fear that the sister-in-law would wake her up, so she could be controlled by the family forever.